Hi everybody, it's a new day. Let's count down to Christmas while coloring. Today I'm working with watercolors. I'm gonna be back in the coloring book that I worked with earlier. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with that, but I needed to have a tiny little break in between, do something else, and this is what I discovered. There's lots and lots of royalty-free coloring pages for Christmas for adults and for kids on the interwebs, and you can print them and color them. And I did see this one of the poinsettias here and I really liked it, so I will work with it with watercolors. And I'm starting off with a wash of a cold red. The exact numbers of the colors that I'm going to use, by the way, I'm using Kuretake today, the Kuretake watercolors. The exact numbers and everything will be on the blog post tomorrow on my webpage, together with all the information for all the other coloring countdown to Christmas pieces. So you might want to check that out in case you want to either reproduce or just curious which exact number does that effect on paper. You're happy, or I'm happy to have you at my webpage, so yeah, go ahead. Anyway, I did choose a darker red, so it's a different tone, but it's very close to the first one. It's also a cold red, but it's a bit more on the darker scale, and I'm using that for shading, for a bit more detail, just to have the poinsettias look 3D and look a bit scruffy maybe, and not just too, or not too clean smooth, but to have a bit of texture in there. You can very easily achieve either the blotchy look or the very smooth look with watercolors, but I do like to have that bit more of a scruffy look of watercolors, especially if I'm working with a very stark outline of a piece. So like here you have the very heavy black outlines, and it's almost like an illustration or a cartoon that you're just coloring, or me in this case. And I like to work with that particular style of watercoloring when I have the very heavy outlines there. You can see the same technique going on in other videos where I do that. I just seem to gravitate towards that technique when it comes to line work with watercolors, especially if it's a black outline. So I did choose more of a warmer green for the leaves, just to have a bit of difference and separation going on there, because I'm planning to have yellow, like a lemon yellow, a cold yellow in the background, and if I would have had only cold colors, the painting would have looked weird. So I needed to have a bit of a warm contrast in there, and then I can go about the background with lemon yellow and it looking more pleasing to the eye. I'm using warm yellows for the center of the poinsettias, as well as a bit of yellow ochre, so that's also more on the neutral and the warm part of the scale. But the background, I'm gonna have a very cold lemon yellow to work with, just to have contrast. So I'm wetting the background and then putting in the color and let it run, and just manipulate where I want it to go and where I want to have the intensity of the lemon yellow, and that's that. It's almost looking apple greenish, but it's actually a yellow, trust me there. I hope you enjoyed watching along. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I will see you tomorrow with the last coloring countdown to Christmas for this week. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave me a thumbs up, or share this video with a friend, or subscribe to the channel if you're new, or if you like the video and if you want to share it, blah blah blah. You know the drill, folks. You're very smart people. So do all that. It really helps, and I very much appreciate that. If you maybe have a minute today, do me a favor and do something good for yourself. Enjoy that time. Maybe it's coloring, maybe it's painting, maybe it's knitting. I just hope that you have a minute for yourself, or maybe even more. I'd love that. Go create something there. Do yourself a favor and do something just for you and enjoy that time. Have fun, folks. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.